Hi, my name is Rob, and on this week's Friday 5, we're going to be talking about Google's recent announcement on the changes to the nofollow tag. First, let's start with some context around what nofollow links are. Links provide power for the internet. Google sees them as votes. The more votes, the more links, the more power your website has. However, not all links are natural or are needed to provide power. Back in 2005, Google introduced the nofollow tag to ensure users could prevent passing link juice where it was not required, where it was not earned. Nofollow should be applied on any link within any adverts, press releases, or within any widgets. Anywhere where a site owner has embedded their own URL within content. Site owners should make sure anybody who has paid them for a link, even if that's with a product or free gifts, they should make sure those links are also nofollowed. So in essence, any link that was not a naturally earned link should be nofollow. In September, Google have announced 2 changes to the way they will be viewing nofollow. One of these is to introduce 2 new attributes. Another is actually a change to nofollow itself. Let's talk about those 2 attributes first of all. The 2 new tags are sponsored and UGC, which stands for user generated content. And Google has stated both these tags will just be seen as hints rather than as directives. The sponsored tag is to be used for all paid advertising. So any press releases, any widgets, anywhere where you are giving out your URL, it must be referred to as sponsored. This also applies if you are receiving product or if you are receiving any cash payments for content that is going on your own site, you must refer to this as sponsored. The 2 new tags are effective immediately. You can start using them straight away. In fact, you'll notice many SEO forums have already made this change. The second change is all about how Google is going to interpret the current nofollow tags. From March 2020, they are going to be viewing them as a hint rather than as a directive. The biggest change for SEO campaigns is if your outreach manages to earn a link on a site that blanket nofollows all its links, for example, any of the major press sites, Google have confirmed that that link could be taken into consideration when ranking your site. With both of these changes, Google is going to be viewing the attributes as hints. So if you mark up a link as sponsored when it isn't, Google should be able to understand this. So why has Google implemented these changes? They've done it to help us, the website users and webmasters, organize our links. They've also done it so that we can tell Google exactly what our intentions are behind these links. Google has said there is no wrong attribute to use except the sponsored tag. It is very important. All paid advertising is marked up as sponsored. Currently, many sites still blanket nofollow all of their links to avoid the risk of penalisation. This is no longer required. However, if you want to improve the quality signals on your site, we do recommend implementing these tags. Google's aim is to understand unnatural link patterns and reward positive SEO. Google believes it knows when links are correctly nofollowed and when they are not. They are looking to us to help guide them and provide further feedback. The new tags can be used straight away. Google will be reading them and taking them into account. But if you don't want to make any changes to your site, you don't have to. There is no penalties associated with not using these new tags. The change to nofollow won't happen until March 2020, and we don't know what will happen at that point. Some SEOs believe Google is already taking into account no-follow links. Others believe these changes took effect when Google released Penguin 4.0. We won't know until March what the impact of the changes to no-follow are, but until then you can start using the new tags straight away. And we will of course keep monitoring to see what happens both up until March and in the subsequent months. And that's all from me. So thank you very much for watching. If you want to know more about this, head over to our blog and don't forget to hit subscribe.